First off, congratulations, Mr. Cadd. 30 plus years at the helm of Sacred Heart College basketball. We're proud of you, mate. So enjoy it, enjoy your retirement. You deserve it.
Hey, Caddy, Dylan Hicks here. First of all, I just want to wish you all the best for your retirement. You've sure contributed a lot to Sacred Heart College and specifically the basketball program over your time at the school.
G'day John, firstly congratulations on your successful career at Sacred Heart Senior. I certainly have a lot of fond and great memories of the achievements that we had on the basketball court during the mid-90s.
G'day Mr. Cadd, it's Matt Barrett here from sunny Darwin. Just wanting to say congratulations on 30 years of basketball excellence at Sacred Heart College. You're going to be leaving behind a real legacy. You've done it all there. You've been head coach, CEO, general manager, senior vice president of basketball operations, president of basketball operations. You've done it all. So congratulations.
JC, they've told me you're retiring after 30 years running Sacred Heart basketball. If your initials have anything to do with it, no doubt you'll be resurrected and back coaching within 3 days.
Coach, just want to send you a message. Best of luck with your retirement announcement. Matty told me you're moving on and kind of got a lot of thoughts and memories going on. Your Diet Coke addiction is one of them, but
I have really fond memories of my time playing basketball at Sacred Heart, and some of those include when you used to always stick up for me when I used to maybe get a few dunks during a game, and that might put Brother Pat offside. So Brother Pat would run out onto the court and try and hunt me down, but you'd always defend me and stand up for me when Brother Pat used to try and tell me off. So thank you for that. Also, just the really short shorts you used to wear when we had practice. Sometimes you used to come out for a bit of a run with the boys, and I never saw anything below mid-thigh. It was always above mid-thigh. Really short shorts. Who would know that they would come back into fashion these days? Also, come game time, you were always very well prepared, and your apparel was just outstanding. The tight blue Sacred Heart jumper. Sometimes you'd go for the grey slacks, maybe the brown corduroy slacks, you know, but it was always strictly business, and I really loved your competitiveness. You were always very calm and composed, but if the boys weren't playing hard, you wouldn't hesitate to get a rocket up us and really bring out that competitive drive in all the fellas. So yeah, thank you for that. And one final memory is, one of the funniest ones is when we went to Traralgon for the Maris Basketball Carnival, and Mr. Clohessy just lost track of the fuel situation. We ran out of fuel on the side of the road, and I think he might have ducked back to the local servo, might have hitchhiked back there, grabbed a jerry can of fuel, came back but forgot the funnel, and then he tried to make a funnel out of a newspaper, which didn't work so well, but somehow we got through it. But just that look of disappointment on your face when we ran out of fuel was just something I'll never forget, and a really funny memory. So yeah, thanks for all your support over the years, and all the best in your retirement. You really deserve it. Take it easy, put your feet up and enjoy. Cheers.
JC, what's my favourite memory? I think those times, and they were a bit rare when I was playing, I suppose. It's probably getting more rare, but when he used to roll out to training with a singlet and shorts on, and used to get up and down with us, he knew how to break a sweat, and that was cool. Definitely a really great memory of being coached by JC. What does he mean to Sacred Heart College basketball? Well, it's a legacy, isn't it? And I guess, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some comparisons. What does Sir Isaac Newton mean to the world of science and physics? I think Isaac Newton and John Cadd have probably got some similarities there in their legacy. As for what I learnt from JC, the importance of passing the ball inside, being big, it's probably a massive one. But I don't know, I guess playing with that group under JC's coaching was one of the first sort of serious basketball teams I was with, and so the importance of discipline and the importance of players knowing like a role and playing a role and everyone working together for the best sort of outcome for the team. It's incredible to think that I only learned that at that age, but yeah, that was something that I've carried with me ever since, and I'm really grateful for that. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say a big thanks, Mr. Cadd. Haven't seen you for a few years, but you've been incredible for Sacred Heart basketball, and yeah, your retirement means a massive loss. So thank you, and from me and from all the other guys who have sent a message, you know, I can guarantee that they're all very heartfelt, and you'll be sadly missed. So farewell and good luck, and hope to see you soon.
My fondest memory of JC would have to be back when I was in year 10 in 05, and one of the first trainings of the year, there was a small turnout. I think it was me, Sam Bromlow and Brett Clark were the only guys that turned up, and we ended up just playing 2-on-2. I think it was me and JC versus Bromlow and Brett Clark, and if my memory serves me right, I reckon JC might have even got a sneaky block in there, one of the lads, and yeah, just a great first memory of JC.
So I distinctly remember arriving at Sacred Heart in year 10 and being immediately intimidated and concerned. Two reasons. One, John Cadd held a lot of power in the school and could make my life a living hell. And two, because he was the absolute guru of Sacred Heart basketball, and he held all the keys to my success as a high school basketballer. In the classroom, I'm sure Mr. Cadd and I probably didn't get along so well, but on the basketball court, him and I got along famously. I can distinctly remember trips to nationals and to state knockout comps where his expertise as a coach started to shine through against opponents that we didn't come across on a regular basis. I remember he taught me how to be gracious and to be humble in good victories, which we were very lucky enough to have a lot of during my time with him.
I've got a few memories I'd like to share really quick. Number one, I think if you're going to talk about what John Cadd meant to Sacred Heart College basketball and to players past and present, I think you got to look at the man himself and think about what the sport of basketball and Sacred Heart College in general meant to him. And I think you'd be pretty hard pressed to find another person who's as passionate about the sport in amongst the Sacred Heart College community. You know, Sacred Heart College being dominated pretty much by football, cricket, netball at times. You know, basketball wasn't really part of the conversation, but JC made sure it was relevant. School assemblies, everybody knew how well we were doing. Every time we had a tournament or a good performance, it was always addressed, and we appreciate that. Number two, I want to talk a little bit about how good of an actual coach he is. He coaches the game, the philosophies and the offense. He's stuck with it for years. I think every good coach has their offensive philosophy and they run it to death because they believe in it. And we had a lot of success with the particular offense that JC drilled into us. And every player who came up through there learned it inside and out, and he made sure they knew it because he knew that everyone was going to get minutes. It's another thing, my third thing. I don't think I ever had a coach that shared minutes as equally as JC. He wanted everyone to be involved and you know, be a tight-knit group, and we always were. So thanks, JC. I got a lot of great memories. We won a lot of ball games. Sorry for hanging on the rings a little bit too much there in the gym, but you know, every now and then you got after us, and we appreciate it. I think we're all better basketball players and better people for it. So appreciate it, mate. All the best.
I guess some of my fondest memories were going to Traralgon, playing in the final against Marsland College there. You know, you and Hessman definitely made the trip memorable, and also probably going to Canberra when I repeated year 12 for the national champs there. that was definitely a highlight for me. To play with Schueller, Maddie, Luke Frost, guys like this, Stretch and Trav, made that trip real memorable. And I remember there was a time when you wrote us all a letter after the final, just to tell us how well we all did. And I guess one of the best characteristics that you really used to have was, and still do have, is that you're very inclusive. You didn't leave anybody out. You always made sure everyone felt welcome. I used to love, I can't remember a time where I didn't want to play on a Saturday morning after a Friday night game. Always very keen to put on the double blues and get out there and play. So yeah, I wish you all the best. I'm sure I'll see you around in the future. Once again, well done, and I hope you get a lot of good memories from the messages which people give you. All right, see ya.
G'day guys, I reckon my favourite moment of Sacred Heart basketball was the 2007 Maris Carnival win in Adelaide. That was the first time we were able to do it. We'd had some incredible teams in the past beaten at the final post, and I think it made it even more special doing it in Adelaide with all of the old collegians in the stands and having the school come down and cheer us on for that very final game. As well as getting that final bow in JC's cap. It accomplished so very much in Sacred Heart basketball, but never been able to do that one, so that was extra special, as well as leading us on a reign of 3 in a row, which was incredible. Things JC has taught me, I guess the main thing he's taught me is just continue to love the game. Always have patience and know that you're going to go through some hard times here and there, but if you continue to love the game, then it doesn't really matter. You can always have fun out there, no matter what level you're playing or whether you're coaching or playing or just watching. Basketball was a very special game, and just continue to love it. Lastly, I'd like to wish JC some good times in his retirement. He's put in 30 years of Sacred Heart basketball, and I think he's become Sacred Heart basketball. He's coached the men's and the women's program. He's led us to a lot of success and coached some incredible players throughout the time. But all of those things aside, it's most important to, I think, come back to that point of just remembering to love the game and be extra thankful for being able to put on that Sacred Heart jersey that he, I think, has made so very special. Good on you, John. Thank you very much for your time, and best of luck in retirement, mate.
So I think there definitely will be a consensus on the fact that JC has and always will be a huge part of Sacred Heart basketball. And personally, I think you'll struggle to find someone as passionate and committed to anything as John Cadd has been to Hearts basketball, and he's definitely played a huge role in my memories of fond memories of Sacred Heart basketball.
And you only need to look around your office at Sacred Heart to see all the photos and the banners and the championships won, and you'll be a very, very, very hard asset for anybody to replace. So congratulations and best of luck for the future.
As far as your coaching, John, mate, I really enjoyed playing under you for 3 years. You gave me free rein to pretty much do whatever I wanted, which meant we got along great and had a lot of success. But mate, in all seriousness, your respect that you had of all the players, your knowledge of the game was second to none. The way you approached the team, the way you delivered your messages, very structured approach, very fair approach, tough at times, but everyone knew where they stood, and I think that's what meant that the teams that you had great success. And I know everyone looks back at those years when I talk to them very fondly, because they were just really fun, exciting times, and led by yourself meant that everyone knew where they stood, everyone knew what the expectation was, and basically you led us in the right direction over those years.
Definitely the times we spent as a group coming through, and just the lifelong mates that have been generated from what you did with us at the school. Greater memories than being able to play the state title in '99, Clarkie coming in and hitting the three with a busted leg the times though you kind of took me aside and helped me out on the side, and then also the opportunity that you gave me to coach the Morris group and get that first win. They're the stuff and the things that I'll remember forever. I guess Hearts Hoops has kind of launched my coaching, and taught me what winning was about, how to build teams definitely came from you, and the school is always going to have your legacy around it, I feel, and you'll be missed around the place. But best of luck with your retirement. Get a life supply of Diet Coke and keep in touch.
But they've asked me to sum up what you've meant to Sacred Heart basketball over those 3 decades. And trying to do that in under a minute is about as hard as trying to get Jerry Marolda to figure out who he was guarding, or getting Christian Bell to play proper defence. But seriously, basketball was a huge part of my youth and my time at Sacred Heart, and shaped part of who I am as a person. For that, you're entirely responsible, and we're forever grateful for the great memories that we have of some truly fantastic basketball teams and some great experiences. So thanks, JC, and all the best for the future.
John, you certainly were more than just a teacher at Sacred Heart. The amount of time and the devotion to the basketball program that you put in certainly didn't go unnoticed. The genuine interest that you showed in all the students at Sacred Heart was really above and beyond what most teachers looking back ever really put in when I was there. So for that I thank you greatly. As far as the basketball program, I don't think there's been one person, and will never be one person that goes through that school that would have provided and given the amount of I suppose time and effort, commitment that you put in. Certainly hasn't gone unnoticed, and I think you should look back at your journey there. And I think last time I was in the office just looking at all the trophies and different awards hanging up on the wall from all the teams that you coached. Hopefully you can sit back and think about those times with great fondness in years to come. But not only from myself but also from the Thur family, thanks again, John, and all the best in retirement. Cheers, mate.
So what did I learn from JC, other than how to shave with a single bladed razor and freezing cold water in his little ensuite there in his office? I think for me, Caddy was just a great role model, and I think the same would go for a lot of the other guys that went through the Sacred Heart basketball community. And Caddy was always very approachable, and a number of times I'd just go to his office to have a chat, and he'd keep me out of trouble a little bit. But I can't speak enough for JC as a person and as a mate. And you're a legend, Caddy, and congratulations.
Boys, it's Corey Maynard here. All the best this week for Schools Nationals. Some of my fondest memories at Sacred Heart was in 07 when I was year 10 and we took a team up there. I reckon we came 9th or 10th, but some of the best memories I have from my time at Sacred Heart was that week. Caddy, I hear you hanging up the boots, mate. Sad to see you go. You're one of the most caring, compassionate people I've been around, and your mentorship and advice throughout my time at Sacred Heart, I wouldn't be where I am today without your help. So Sacred Heart, there's some big shoes to fill, mate, after this 30 years, but I'm sure what's next is going to be great for you, and look forward to catching up when I get back in Adelaide, mate. All the best.